Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name's Veronica. I'm going to be doing a quick presentation on goal setting. One thing I just want to cover before we begin is I've posted in the comment section a survey. So what I ask is at the end of the presentation, if you can just take 1 or 2 minutes and just complete it, that would be great. Okay? So getting started, when it comes to goal setting, one thing that you need to make sure your goal entails is that it's SMART, meaning it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, and it's realistic and timely. So a specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general goal. So a general goal would be, I want to find a job. But a specific goal would say, I want to target my resume, I want to target a cover letter, and I want to hit up these specific employers and have my resume handed to them within a week's time. So setting that specific goal is huge when it comes to that. Another thing you want to ask yourself is, when you're setting a specific goal, you must answer the 6 W's. Okay, so first one being who. Who's involved? Is it the person that you're applying to? It's yourself, obviously, because you're putting together a resume. Is it maybe getting help from a family member, or setting up childcare so that you're able to go out to those specific employers and hand out those resumes? What do I want to accomplish? Is my accomplishment going to be seen as putting together a resume? Is my accomplishment going to be seen as handing out my resume, or is my accomplishment going to be seen as getting that specific job? Where? You want to identify the location. So when you ask yourself the question, where? So what employers are you looking to hand a resume to? You maybe set yourself up for handing out 5 resumes to 5 employers each every week. When? So establish a time frame. Are you going to say, I'm going to have this done within a week's time? Am I going to have this done within 2 weeks? Or am I going to make sure that it's done by the end of the month? Okay, so setting up a time frame is really important when it comes to that. Identify potentially some requirements and constraints you might need. So requirements mean childcare. Even a big one that comes up for some of our clients too is transportation. Planning the right transportation so that you're able to get to those employers that potentially aren't within walking distance. Ask yourself the question, why? So specific reasons or purpose or benefits of accomplishing the goal. So why do you want to accomplish this goal? Is it because it's a dream job that you've always wanted to do? Is it because maybe you're working at a job right now that really doesn't maybe offer you the healthcare benefits that you need for you and your family? So our job as an employment counselor is to help our clients become prepared for their job search. We want to help them become employment ready, and to assure that when they land that new opportunity, they'll be working at that job for a long time. You want to make sure that your goal is also measurable. So you want to establish concrete criteria for measuring progress towards the attainment of each goal you set. So when you measure your progress, you can stay on track, you can reach your target dates, and experience the feeling of achievement that motivates you to continue the efforts required to reach your goal. To determine if your goal is measurable, you want to also ask the questions such as how much time, how much energy is it going to require so that you can reach that goal? How many people are going to have to be involved to maybe help you get to that goal? Right? So like I said, childcare is always a big one. So you're going to be able to have those people that surround you, maybe watch your children while you go out and do your job search that day and hand out your resumes. And how will I know when it's accomplished? So accomplishment for some, and which is totally fine, might just be putting that resume together. Another accomplishment for others might be just handing in a resume. And another one might be when you actually do get that job and have been offered that position. When you identify goals, one of the most important ways basically for you to figure out if it comes true is that it's attainable, right? You want to make sure that your goal is attainable. So you want to develop the attitude, the ability, and the skills and financial capacity to reach them. You begin seeing previously overlooked opportunities, and you bring yourself closer to the achievement of your goals. You could attain most any goal you set when you plan your steps wisely and establish a time frame that allows you to carry out those steps. Goals that have been seemed far away and out of reach eventually move closer and become attainable, not because your goals shrink, but because you grow and expand and you match them. Another thing that you want to ensure is that your goal is realistic. Okay, so to be realistic, a goal must represent an objective towards which you are both willing and able to work. So a high goal is frequently easier to reach than a low one, because a low goal exerts low motivation force. Some of the hardest jobs you ever accomplish actually seem easy simply because they were a labor of your love. And your goals being realistic, basically, it's to determine if your goal is realistic, you want to ask the questions such as, do I truly believe that it can be accomplished? You'll never, ever be able to reach that goal if you yourself don't feel that you're physically and mentally able to accomplish that goal. Have I ever accomplished anything similar in the past? And if you really think about it, and you might not have, maybe this is the time for you to actually sit down and accomplish this task. And can I identify the conditions that would have to exist to accomplish this goal? So a lot of the times when it comes to job searching, it's really important. What we always tell our clients is, sit down that morning, map out a route of all the places that you might be interested in applying to, and use it as a checklist. Take the bus and hit up all the places on that route and drop off a resume. This way, once you've handed out your resume to each specific location, you will feel a sense of accomplishment. And timely. A goal should be grounded within a time frame. With no time frame tied to it, there is no sense of urgency. So you should always ask yourself at the very beginning even, when do you want to have to accomplish this goal? What's your timeline, right? So like we said before, is it going to be a week from now? Is it 2 weeks from now? Or is it a month from now? Everybody's different. Someday won't work. But if you anchor it within a time frame, so for example, we're in March, maybe May 1st might be your timeline, then you've already set your unconscious mind into motion to begin working on the goal. So I'm just going to do a quick recap. When it comes to goals, one of the most important things that I'd like you to take from the presentation is just make sure that they're SMART, meaning they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, realistic, and timely. All right? Well, thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, I have posted a survey. So if you could take 1 or 2 minutes to quickly complete that, it'd be very much appreciated. Thank you and have a great day.